Everyone knows about Tunguska. They don't know its chilling Brazilian twin. The Siberian skies of June 30th, 1908, witnessed a cataclysm. An explosion, estimated to be 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, flattened 80 million trees across 2,000 square kilometers. It was the Tunguska event, a cosmic impact that left no crater, only devastation and a profound mystery. For decades, it remained an anomaly, a singular testament to Earth's vulnerability to celestial visitors. But what if it wasn't singular? What if, just 22 years later, the planet experienced another, eerily similar and largely forgotten, cosmic encounter, an event that unfolded not in the remote Siberian wilderness, but deep within the Amazon rainforest of Brazil? Our journey takes us to the upper Tunguska River region, in the Brazilian state of Amazonas, in the year 1930, a time when communication was rudimentary and vast swaths of the Amazon remained uncharted, known only to its indigenous inhabitants and a handful of intrepid explorers. It was here, on the morning of August 13th, that the quiet solitude of the jungle was shattered, not by a storm or a volcanic eruption, but by something far more alien and terrifying. A sound, a light, and a shockwave that rippled through the very fabric of the earth itself. Initial reports were fragmented, filtered through missionaries and rubber tappers. They spoke of a dazzling fireball, brighter than the sun, streaking across the sky, followed by a deafening roar. Imagine the sheer terror, the incomprehension of witnessing such a spectacle from within the primal depths of the rainforest. The explosion, when it came, was immense. Witnesses described trees being instantly incinerated, others snapped like matchsticks, and a pervasive, acrid smell filling the air. This wasn't just a meteor shower, it was something far more destructive, far more reminiscent of that Siberian devastation. One of the most compelling early accounts came from a Capuchin friar named Father Fidel Delviano. He reported that entire areas of forest were completely destroyed, burnt, and flattened. He described a scene of utter chaos, a landscape scarred by an invisible force. Father Delviano, who was in the region at the time, also noted significant seismic activity, tremors that shook the ground for days afterward. This wasn't merely a localized blast. Its effects resonated through the very geology of the area, hinting at a truly massive impact. Unlike Tunguska, where the remote location meant scientific investigation was delayed by years, the Tunguska event garnered immediate, albeit limited, attention. Brazilian newspapers carried reports, though often sensationalized and lacking scientific rigor. The world, however, was largely preoccupied with the Great Depression. One of the key figures in piecing together the initial puzzle was Luciano Laber, a Brazilian ethnographer and explorer. He gathered first-hand accounts from indigenous communities who spoke of a star that fell and described terrifying light and heat. These oral histories, passed down through generations, are crucial. They describe not just a singular explosion, but a series of detonations, suggesting a fragmented object entering the atmosphere. This detail aligns eerily with some theories surrounding the Tunguska event. The sheer scale of the destruction described by the locals was astounding. They reported rivers boiling, fish dying, and widespread damage to vegetation over an area estimated to be hundreds of square kilometers. This was no ordinary atmospheric phenomenon. Despite these compelling accounts, scientific expeditions to the remote Tunguska region were few and far between. The immense logistical challenges of navigating the Amazon, coupled with the era's limited technology and global priorities, meant the area remained largely uninvestigated. It wasn't until the 1990s and early 2000s that modern scientific interest truly reignited. Researchers, particularly from Russia, drawing parallels to Tunguska, began to re-examine the historical records and plan new expeditions. One of the leading voices in this renewed effort was Dr. Giovanni G. E. Delia, an Italian astrophysicist. He meticulously collected and analyzed the fragmented historical data, comparing it directly to the Tunguska phenomenon. Delia and his team identified specific characteristics: the atmospheric explosion, the lack of a prominent crater, the widespread flattening of trees, and the seismic disturbances. These were all hallmarks of an airburst event, precisely what is believed to have happened at Tunguska. The estimated energy release of the Tunguska event, based on the historical accounts, was significant, perhaps in the order of megatons. While likely smaller than Tunguska, it was still a devastating cosmic impact, one that could level a modern city. So, what exactly struck the Amazon in 1930? The prevailing theory points to a bolide, a small asteroid or comet that disintegrated in the Earth's atmosphere. Its explosive fragmentation created the massive airburst, spreading its energy over a wide area rather than creating a single impact crater. The lack of a visible crater is a key piece of evidence. If a large object had directly impacted the soft soil of the Amazon, a significant depression would almost certainly remain. An airburst, however, would leave only the scattered remnants of its explosive power. Despite the compelling evidence, definitive proof, like fragments of the extraterrestrial object, remains elusive. The dense jungle environment, rapid decomposition, and the challenges of deep Amazonian exploration make such discoveries incredibly difficult. The Tunguska event serves as a stark reminder of our planet's ongoing cosmic ballet. It highlights how vulnerable we are to objects hurtling through space, and how even relatively small impacts can unleash destructive forces on a scale difficult to comprehend. It also underscores the fragility of historical memory, how an event of such magnitude, occurring less than a century ago, could fade into obscurity, overshadowed by global conflicts and economic crises. The Amazon, in its vastness, often keeps its secrets well. The 1930 Brazilian impact, the Tunguska of the Amazon, may not be as famous as its Siberian predecessor, but its echo resonates, a silent warning from the past, a testament to nature's power and a call to continually look up to understand the universe that surrounds us. Perhaps one day, a future expedition will uncover the definitive proof, the missing piece that fully tells the tale of that fateful August morning. Delve into another forgotten historical mystery with our next video, exploring the vanishing of the Roanoke colony.